Hello and welcome back to all you beautiful beings of light out there. We are here studying the lessons of A Course in Miracles on this channel, and today we're going to be doing lesson number 99. Double nines, big energy there. Salvation is my only function here. Well, it just so happens that on today, April 8th, 2024, we are also going to experience an eclipse. So I decided that I'm going to fast for today and drink only water so that I can open myself up to feeling the sensations, the emotions, the waves of energy that come through with this eclipse. And I will also be focusing my mind on today's lesson and getting deeper into my meditations as I avoid meals today and just focus on drinking a lot of water and being with myself, being present, and keeping my fasting muscle strengthened. At any time, if I decide that I would like to incorporate a fast day or a couple of days, I want to be able to do that without having a lot of drama or my ego speaking up too much. So I'm going to be practicing that today. Feel free to join me if you catch this video early enough. And yeah, give that a try for yourself. Choose a day that you'd like to refrain from eating and drink water and just see what happens. You might be surprised. All right, so let's jump into lesson number 99. Salvation is my only function here. Salvation and forgiveness are the same. They both imply that something has gone wrong, something to be saved from, forgiven for, something amiss that needs corrective change, something apart or different from the will of God. Thus do both terms imply a thing impossible, but yet which has occurred, resulting in a state of conflict seen between what is and what could never be. Truth and illusions are both equal now, for both have happened. The impossible becomes the thing you need forgiveness for, salvation from. Salvation now becomes the borderland between truth and illusion. It reflects the truth because it is the means by which you can escape illusions. Yet it is not yet the truth because it undoes what was never done. Okay, so those first two paragraphs talk a lot about what I would call the technology of forgiveness. And when we have a forgiveness practice, it does erase time from our past. I mean, in all reality, the truth is there is no past. We only have right now, right this moment. We like to hang on to those things in the past. So this process of forgiveness combining with salvation is teaching us that we can be outside of the laws of linear time. Okay, I'll just keep going from there, but those two paragraphs are pretty heavy. So how could there be a meeting place at all where earth and heaven can be reconciled within a mind where both of them exist? The mind that sees illusions thinks them real. They have existence in that they are thoughts, and yet they are not real because the mind that thinks these thoughts is separate from God. So there's like another little kind of additional layer of learning. We, inside of our minds, as we're healing, as we're on this path towards salvation, we do have a few different things kind of active and alive in there. The ego for sure, and then your higher mind. And somehow they're both kind of like operating together. So as we go through this learning process, one of those voices is going to prevail much more than the other. What joins the separated mind and thoughts with mind and thought, which are forever one? What plan could hold the truth inviolate, yet recognize the need illusions bring and offer means by which they are undone without attack and with no touch of pain? What but a thought of God could be this plan by which the never done is overlooked and sins forgotten which were never real? Powerful stuff right there. The Holy Spirit holds this plan of God exactly as it was received of him within the mind of God and in your own. It is apart from time in that its source is timeless, yet it operates in time because of your belief that time is real. Unshaken does the Holy Spirit look on what you see. on sin and pain and death, on grief and separation and on loss. Yet does he know one thing must still be true? God is still love, and this is not his will. This is the thought that brings illusions to the truth and sees them as appearances behind which is the changeless and sure. This is the thought that saves and that forgives, because it lays no faith in what is not created by the only source it knows. This is the thought whose function is to save by giving you its function as your own. Salvation is your function with the one to whom the plan was given. Now you are entrusted with this plan along with him. He has one answer to appearances, regardless of their form, their size, their depth, or any attribute they seem to have. Salvation is my only function here. God is still love, and this is not his will. There's that old this again. Whatever this is coming up in your mind is not God's will. Yet who will yet work, you who will yet work miracles, be sure you practice well this idea for today. Try to perceive the strength in what you say for these words in which your freedom lies. I'm going to read that sentence again. Try to perceive the strength in what you say, for these are words in which your freedom lies. Your Father loves you. All the world of pain is not his will. Forgive yourself for the thought he wanted this for you. Then let the thought with which he has replaced all your mistakes enter the darkened places of your mind that thought the thoughts that never were his will. This part belongs to God, as does the rest. It does not think its solitary thoughts and make them real by hiding them from him. Let in the light, and you will look upon no obstacle to what he wills for you. Open your secrets to his kindly light and see how bright this light still shines in you. Practice his thought today and let his light seek out and lighten up all darkened spots and shine through them to join them to the rest. It is God's will your mind be one with his. It is God's will that he has but one son. It is God's will that his one son is you. Think of these things in practicing today and start the lesson we learned today with the instruction in the way of truth. Salvation is my only function here. Salvation and forgiveness are the same. Then turn to him who shares your function here and let him teach you what you need to learn to lay all fear aside and know yourself as love, which has no opposite in you. Forgive all thoughts which would oppose the truth of your completion, unity, and peace. You cannot lose the gifts your Father gave. You do not want to be another self. You have no function that is not of God. Forgive yourself, the one you think you made. Forgiveness and salvation are the same. Forgive what you have made and you are saved. There is a special message for today which has the power to remove all forms of doubt and fear forever from your mind. If you are tempted to believe them true, remember that appearances cannot withstand the truth these mighty words contain. Salvation is my only function here. God is still love, and this is not his will. Your only function tells you you are one. Remind yourself of this between the times you give 5 minutes to be shared with him who shares God's plan with you. Remind yourself, salvation is my only function here. Thus do you lay forgiveness on your mind and let all fear be gently laid aside, that love may find its rightful place in you and show you that you are the Son of God. Salvation is my only function here. Salvation and forgiveness are one and the same. So as we approach the 100th lesson tomorrow, we're on this really strong foundation of terminology and philosophy of the Course in Miracles at this point. So Jesus is basically telling us, yes, you have lots of interest and things that are competing for your attention throughout the day, but your only function here is salvation. And the more time and energy that you spend on that, getting yourself on that path, all the other things that you want to do and have interest in and passionate about, they will begin to show up in your life, or opportunities to connect you with those things that you desire to express yourself in or as, or, work that you want to do, or partners that you want to have. This whole idea of manifesting, I believe, because of studying the Course, occurs through persistence and dedication to your practice, devotion to your practice. As you heal your mind, soften your heart, begin to learn how to love your brothers more and more, life just changes right in front of you, and you're actually creating it, but it seems like an effect. So if that's the way it is, I'll take it. I don't have to understand the quantum physics and the metaphysical mechanics of everything, but I do believe that the more I devote myself to this practice and dedicate myself to things like taking a day of having a water fast, it feels like I'm being guided to surrender more. And then as I do that, opportunities are presenting themselves to me. People are showing up in my lives. People are showing up differently in my life. So it's really amazing how the letting go piece is showing me that's definitely the answer. The manipulation and control and ego-based worry, anxiety, fear, all that stuff. It's just, it's too much damage. It degrades your system. It degrades your mind. And it's just no fun. I want more fun. And I want to be able to laugh at myself when I'm challenged instead of taking it so personally and getting hard on myself. So salvation is my only function here. Salvation is your only function here. Forgiveness, salvation, these are our jobs, basically. So take that on today. If you want to fast with me, great. Or if not, pick another day. But I would highly encourage you to grab yourself a big, jug of water, big glass of water, and just know that there's something interesting about allowing your stomach to be empty for the day, especially while you're around other people that are eating. And I'm working as a partnership in a catering right now for a yoga retreat. And so we're making food all day long. And today's going to be a day that'll challenge me, but I'm ready for it. And I think it'll be interesting to reflect to my friend that I'm working with what this is like, because this is new for me, and we've worked together before and I never fasted. So anyway, you could just throw it out there like it's something I'm doing, and see how it affects you and see how it affects other people. Maybe pique some curiosity to people on a health journey that are running out of options or feel lost, but they've never tried fasting. So there you go. Have a wonderful day, everyone. We're on lesson 99. Congratulations for getting here. I love you all so much, and I'll see you back here again for the next video.